Welcome to my YouTube automotive channel. In today's video I have 2015 Ram 1500 and I will show you how to recharge the AC air conditioner by yourself. This video should apply to Ram 1500s made from 2013 all the way up to 2018. If this video was helpful, please consider supporting the channel by liking the videos, subscribing to the channel or becoming a channel member. Okay, now before I start recording anything, I will just mention it's always a good idea if you can afford to take the vehicle to a professional shop to recharge the air conditioner, just because they can connect to both low pressure and high pressure charging ports. They can evacuate the system and recharge it. If you are doing it by yourself, all you can do is connect to the low pressure port and add refrigerant to the system. And this is the budget option in case, like I said, you can't afford to pay a full price of a shop. Now my truck is powered by a 3.6 liter engine, and the high pressure charging port will be located right here, and the low pressure, which you will be using, it's located here. If you have a Hemi engine, the location of these two ports might be different, I'm not sure. But if it's different, you just have to locate the low pressure charging port. It's gonna look like this. If I take the cap off, I will show you, and once you find it, you just follow the same procedure, okay? And you will not be touching the high pressure charging port at all. And also, just on top of the right support, there should be a sticker which will tell you what type of refrigerant your vehicle is using. So R1234YF, and the total capacity of refrigerant, right? So it's 510 grams. Okay, now to charge the system, you'll have to buy the AC recharge kit, which usually consists of the AC recharge hose and 2 cans of the refrigerant. Now this hose can be used multiple times, so for every new charge you will just have to buy the cans. And how this works: one side connects to the low pressure charging port, other side connects to the can, and then you pierce the can, and then you start the vehicle and start charging the system. And very important thing, you always have to keep monitoring this gauge, because you don't want to overcharge the system. If you overcharge it, you risk damaging the AC compressor, right? So you typically want to be just here towards the end of the blue, beginning of yellow. You don't want to get into the red, that's for sure. If you follow these guidelines, you should be good to go. So just like I said, the first step is to connect the can to the hose, but don't turn this knob all the way in yet. You will do that after you connect the low pressure charging port. And like I said, the low pressure charging port on my vehicle is down here. If you have a Hemi engine, it might be somewhere else, I'm not sure, because I don't have one of these right now. So you will just, to connect it, you will just lift this sleeve, and it should pop just in place. Okay, just like that. And now once that is done, you can turn this knob all the way in to pierce the can, and then you will go inside the vehicle. You will start the engine, and you will set the fan speed to the highest setting. Okay, now you will start charging the system by turning this knob counterclockwise, right? And while you are turning it, you always want to keep checking that gauge, so don't overcharge the system. But that's pretty much about it. Now what I like to do, this doesn't have to be done fast. I like to go inside the vehicle, maybe check if I see any difference in the air being blown, if it's improving and things like that. But the most important thing is what's that gauge. Yeah, I'm a bit clumsy because I'm trying to do this with one hand, but like I said, there is no rush to it. Okay, and once you're happy with the results, AC is blowing cold, you can turn off the engine. Once done, you can disconnect everything. Don't forget to put the cap back onto this low pressure charging port. And also, if you still have some refrigerant left in your can, you don't have to disconnect it. You can leave it like this with this screw all the way in, that way it will not leak. and you can reuse this refrigerant on any other vehicle or in this vehicle if you have to use it again next summer or whatever. Now, I will also mention all this will work in case there is no major leaks in your system, the AC compressor is working and things like that. If you have a leak, there is also a solution called AC Sealant, which is a refrigerant combined with some kind of special formulation that helps seal the leak, but this only works for small minor leaks. If you have a major leak, then unfortunately you have to take the vehicle to a shop so they can diagnose what's going on. They have like a special dye they can use and put inside the system, and then it will pinpoint exactly where is the problem, and then unfortunately we'll have to replace part of your AC system to be able to hold the refrigerant and to work. Yeah, but this is just a short demonstration video on how you can do it by yourself. And once again, I will repeat, you always have to monitor the amount of refrigerant you're putting into the system so you don't overcharge it, but that's about it. And also when charging the system, you want to have the maximum AC set in the cabin, yeah, so you make sure you get the true results. But typically like one of these cans should be enough for you. So I will show you here. So the full charge is 510 grams, and if you look at this can right here, it's gonna be 454 grams. So even if your system is completely empty, this one can pretty much fill it up, right? And you always want to make sure to use this type of refrigerant. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and educational. If it was, please like it and consider subscribing to my YouTube automotive channel. On my channel there is lots of how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, car reviews, product reviews and other similar automotive topics.